Elon Musk says Tesla's full self-driving software is amazing. It will blow your mind. But does it work? This happens over and over again. 100,000 Tesla drivers are already using full self-driving on public roads. I'm John Harity. I'm an automation engineer, and Tesla's full self-driving beta software is one of the best commercial softwares I've ever seen.
Hey everybody, John here. I thought I'd once and for all prove Dan O'Dowd wrong. He is running an attack ad, a smear campaign against Elon Musk and Tesla.
This happens over and over again. Tesla full self-driving is the worst commercial software I've ever seen.
I feel, even though it's not my responsibility, I feel that I need to help spread the truth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
In my first video, I had the car just basically run straight into a dummy child.
Slow motion replay, and right there you can see it didn't pick up on it at all. The car visualization didn't show any human crossing the road.
In all honesty, that wasn't representative of a real child, and I have never ever felt like the software was unsafe in the 10 months that I've been testing full self-driving. This time, no real children involved in my video, whether they're helping or anything, no children whatsoever, and also I'm on a semi-private road. So we're gonna see how it does here today. All right, so the first tests are gonna be with this karate dummy, and I have it attached to a music stand here. So I'm not gonna run over this. This would pretty much damage my car. So I'm just gonna leave it in the middle of the road.
All right, so to start us off here, you can see my screen is mimicking exactly what my real screen is showing. And I do that just to show you that this is not fake data. So this is real. This is the actual HDMI output information coming from my screen. And here I drive toward the dummy, and unfortunately it's not showing up. So this is a little bit concerning for me. So I get a little bit closer and you can see the ultrasonics pick up 31, 30, 24, 21, 20. It's detecting how many inches away I am from the object, but unfortunately it is not displaying this karate kid as a human. It's not displaying it as an adult, it's not displaying it as a child, and it's also not displaying it as an animal or a dog or a puppy or a cat or anything like that. So I go in reverse and I go forward and I test this out several times, and I think to myself, okay, you know what, maybe I can make this a little bit better. I'm going to take my hat off, put it on the dummy, and readjust the legs maybe a little bit. Maybe this will help. So then I get back in the car and I back up and I do the test one more time here, come forward and drive. And as you can see on the screen, it is absolutely not showing up at all. So at this point, I'm a little bit concerned because even the dummy that I spent 15 minutes making would show up on my display. And the dummy is getting represented as a human. So that's kind of cool to see. So not really sure what's going on here, but after I go in reverse, I decide let's go ahead and get started with the tests. Autopilot is on. In other words, full self-driving beta is on, and as you can see, it immediately goes around the obstacle, and it showed up as a human. It was not showing up before when I was driving manually, but as soon as I put it in full self-driving beta, it showed up as an actual human. All right, second test. I'm driving forward here, 23, 24, 26 miles per hour, and it avoids the child. For a third time, just for good measure, I'm going to speed it up to a similar speed. Here we go, 23, 24, and it goes around the object, so no problems. For the next test, I get out my inflatable dummy, and I'm driving manually here, and you can see the child is showing up directly in the screen. So I go in reverse and I put it back in drive, and again I'm driving manually, and you can see it is showing up very clearly as a pedestrian, and it's actually trying to go around it already even though I'm not in automatic mode. So I'm going in reverse here, and I'm going to now put it into full self-driving beta mode. So the destination is still dialed in. Here we go, it is on and coming forward, really slow speed. And there it goes around it really nicely, no problems at all. Okay, so here we are again. I am going to turn it on. Okay, and it is on now, and we are proceeding forward. Slow speed test. It does go around it. It didn't show up right away, but it did go around it. Okay, and again, we enable it for the third test. And here we go, going forward, and it's seeing it and going around it just fine. Now for this next test, I decide to back up even further, so I have a much longer distance here, so I can really get it up to speed here. As you can see, I actually get it up to 39 miles per hour. And here I come straight at the dummy, and the car goes around it. So really having a hard time getting it to hit the dummy. Here you can see it on the screen. The dummy shows up very clearly, and once again here on the screen, kind of split over to the left. No problems there either. All right, so this next test, I have FSD Beta enabled, and again, I'm trying to get it to go as fast as possible. Here, 40 miles per hour. It comes up, actually hits some cones to go around the dummy child. So this next test is going the other direction just to see if maybe the sun changes the situation. So I have the other dummy child. I get it up to 20 miles per hour. Full self-driving beta is on. As you can see, it's really trying to go around it. It is creeping, and actually finds a way to get past it somehow. I actually crush a cone or two and make it past the dummy. Here we go again. I back up a little bit further to see if I can get it up to go even faster. And I press on the accelerator here. I get up to 40 and instantly I let go of the accelerator and the beta takes over and it slows down to a complete stop. This next test is dangerous. So this is a manual driving test at full speed. I really step on it here. I get it up to like 50 something miles per hour. Yeah, don't try this at home, by the way. I actually get it up to 54 miles per hour, and here's the slow-mo. So the emergency braking turns on here. It says automatic emergency braking in progress. I thought that was really awesome. So even though it did hit the dummy, it made every attempt to stop for it. In this next test, I again try to go as fast as possible. It only gets up to 28 miles per hour, but just once again to prove a point here, it stops completely and hesitates, doesn't know what to do. I wait for it and then eventually give up and cancel out of beta. So I'm actually waiting here as long as possible just to see. Now here again, I'm trying to get it to go as fast as possible. So 26 miles per hour is what I get it up to. And it comes up to it and it tries to go around, but it just kind of stops and waits again. And again, I kind of let it stay there to see what it's going to do, and then I disable. So I put the other dummy out here for the last and final test, and as you can see, it's picking up in manual driving mode. It's actually picking up this child this time, and I enable it, and once again it's showing up. But that's interesting because facing the other direction, I don't know if it was a lighting thing, it just wouldn't detect it in the first tests going the other way. But now that it's showing up, I decide to speed it up and see how fast I can get it to go. I get up to 17 miles per hour. It sees the object or the human/child and stops. Okay, and then this next test here in the final test, I get it up as fast as I can go, 32 miles per hour, turn it on after accelerating, and it stops completely.
All right, so those test results were pretty clear to me. It was extremely hard to hit the dummy child while the autopilot or the full self-driving was engaged. Even when I accelerated manually, the emergency braking went on. It's very obvious that Dan O'Dowd went out of his way to make the car crash. It is actually, in reality, very difficult to have that happen unless the dummy child doesn't look at all like a real child. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. A lot of you are watching and not subscribed, so it goes a long way for me. Also, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.